Hey, yo, what's up? This disciple Marshall Currents back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-America all day, and everybody want to be up. So this is part two of how will your celebrities respond to knowing that adult penis can go into female children's vaginas. That also, obviously, adult vagina can put child's penis inside their adult vaginas. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through a list because some of y'all kind of slow, I think. So y'all, I'm not trying to insult you, but you don't think no deeper than what I'm telling you. You don't take what the information I get and apply it to this world out here. You don't apply it to these people that's out here. This is who it's applied to. This is who's doing it. This is who's taking advantage of it. This is the people that know. This is the people that's doing it. People you see. Not some aliens in a galactic realm above you somewhere. This is the people that you see are the people that are doing these things. All right, so I'm just gonna go through a list of people that you do know, that you do reverence, so that you can kind of get an idea of how this is reality, how this is around you, how the people that you see on TV, I want you to think about how they would react. Okay? So I'm just go down the list, just saying the names and just think about it. Just think about how they will respond to this information I've been telling you for 3 to 4 months. Well, I mean, if you check my YouTube, if you check me thoroughly, Marcello Currents, you'll see I've been talking about this well over 2 years now. So I've been going hard about this. Now I'm going harder. You know what I'm saying? But if you check on YouTube, you'll find all kind of little loose videos about this. About me talking about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. I've been on this. So for people that act like I just hopped on this for whatever reason, go check YouTube. Like Birdman say, go Google me, man. Go Google me. Google me, man. All right, so so here we go. This right here is first I'm gonna say Terrence Howard that made Pimpin' Hustle and Flow. That was on Empire. Terrence Howard. How would Terrence Howard feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to go in female's vagina, children's vagina? How would he feel about adult penis going into children's vagina in 40 states by law? How you think he would respond to that? You know what I mean? I don't think he would like that. Taraji, that was with him on Empire and Hustle and Flow. How you think Taraji would feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to go in child's vaginas? How y'all think she'll feel about that? Huh? Think she'll like that? I don't think so, bruh. Uma Thurman. How you think Uma Thurman from Kill Bill? Beatrix Kiddo. How you think Beatrix Kiddo would feel about this? How you think Uma Thurman would feel about this? 40 states allowing adult penis to go into children's vagina. How you think Uma Thurman would feel about this? Lucy Liu. How you think Lucy Liu, one of the most beautiful Asian women there is, how do you think Lucy Liu would feel about adult penis going in children's vagina? How you think she would feel about that in 40 states? How you think she'd feel about that? Charlie Sheen. How you think Charlie Sheen would feel about that? After he contracted a virus, how you think he would feel about that? 40 states allowing adult penis to go in the children's vagina. How you think he'll feel about that in 40 states? Clint Eastwood. How you think Clint Eastwood would feel about that? How you think Clint Eastwood would feel about 40 states allowing adult vagina to be with boy penis. Because it worked both ways. These big funky women can hop on boys' penis. How you think Bob Marley would have felt about this? Adult penis going in children's vagina. How you think Bob Marley would have felt about that? About America doing that? How you think he would have felt? Quentin Tarantino. How you think Quentin Tarantino would feel? All those straight up thorough shoot 'em up movies he made. How you think he'd feel about 40 states allowed adult penis to go into children's vagina? How you think he'd feel about that in 40 states? Michael Jordan. How you think Jordan would feel about that? How you think Michael Jordan would feel about that? All them shoes he give to children. How do you think he would feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to go into the side of children's vagina that's probably wearing those children Jordans? How you think he'd feel about that? How you think you feel about adult Jordans with children Jordans? How you think you feel about that? Say it again. How you think Michael Jordan feel about adult Jordans or Jordan wearing adults with Jordan wearing children? How you think he feel about that? Them having sex in 40 states now. Jordan wearing adults. Adults wearing Jordans. Jordan wearing adults. With children wearing Jordans. Jordan wearing children. How you think you feel about adults having sex with Jordan wearing children? They got feet as children, wearing his children Jordans, but adults get to have sex with those children wearing children Jordans in 40 states in America. How you think Michael Jordan feel about that? How you think Lady Gaga feel about that? When she was a victim of rape when she was, 19? How do you think she feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? Huh? How do you think Lady Gaga feel about that? Being a victim of rape. How do you think she feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children and allowing adult penis to go in children's vagina? How you think Lady Gaga feel about that after she's been a victim of rape? How you think Bruno Mars feel about that? Adult as he is. All about the adult life. All about maturity. How do you think Bruno Mars would feel about 40 states allowing adults' penis to go in children's vagina? How you think Brad Pitt? Yeah, I'm bringing it out. We're going to embarrass you, America. We're going to embarrass you and shame you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? You try to put shame on everybody else. We're gonna let everybody know. All the people you be smiling at, kikiing at. Okay? Brad Pitt. How about Brad Pitt? How would you like to have a conversation? Brad Pitt knows America allows adult penis to go in child's vagina. How you think Brad Pitt would feel about that? How about Angelina Jolie, his ex-wife? How you think Angelina Jolie, who plays Salt, the agent, basically against America, right? How do you think Angelina Jolie would feel about, with all those children she got custody of, with all those children she got, how do you think Angelina Jolie would feel about adult penis going into children's vagina in 40 states in America? How do you think Angelina Jolie, with all those children she got, how do you think she'll feel about that? Halle Berry. How do you think Halle Berry will feel after she made that Protector movie? And made that movie Frankie. When she played the 911 operator that saved the little girl. How do you think Halle Berry would feel to know that 40 states allows adults to have sex with children? How do you think Halle Berry, who played the Protector movie, Kidnap movie, that was the name of it, Kidnap. How do you think Halle Berry, who played in Kidnap and played Frankie as a 911 operator, Frankie played, and she played that movie, say it all over again. She played in Kidnap, she played as Frankie as a 911 operator. How do you, that helped that little girl, how do you think she would feel about to know that in 40 states, adult penis can go into children's vagina? In 40 states here in America, that's the majority. How do you think Halle Berry would feel about that? How do you think she would feel to know that adults can have sex with children? We're either children or we're adults, right? So children and adults can have sex in 40 states in America. Bottom line, we ain't talking about no number. Adults with children, 40 states in America. That can happen. How do you think Patti LaBelle, the mother of R&B and basically the mother of one of the mothers of the black community in the African American community, how do you think Patti LaBelle, how do you think she would feel if you sat down in her kitchen and motherly as she just looks, motherly as her music, how she just is, how do you think Patti LaBelle, how do you think Patti LaBelle would feel to know about knowing, how do you think she would feel about knowing that in America, 40 states allows adult penis to go in children's vagina in 40 states? How do you think the Patti LaBelle will feel about that? And you tell her that news in her kitchen. How do you think Patti LaBelle will feel about it? Now you see how your eyes are opening? Because you halfway don't care, but how about you? How about these celebrities? How do you think they will feel? How do you think Lorenzo Tate will feel? O-Dog, how do you think he'll feel? 40 states allowing adult penis to go into children's vagina. How do you think O-Dog will feel about that? Keanu Reeves, how do you think Keanu Reeves will feel? Neo, how do you think Neo will feel about this? From the Matrix, how do you think he would feel? 40 states allowing adult penis to go in child's vagina. How do you think Neo will feel dodging all those bullets? How do you think he'll feel about 40 states allowing adult penis? We established people are either adults or children, right? How do you think Neo, Keanu Reeves from the Matrix movies, how do you think he would feel knowing 40 states allows adult penis to go into children's vagina? How do you think he'll feel about it? Mr. T, one of the most masculine black men. Take note, black guys. How do you think Mr. T would feel? Mr. T now. How do you think Mr. T would feel about adult penis going in children's vagina? By the way, he's a Christian, by the way, for you guys that don't know. He made a movie called Tribulation. It's a Christian movie. You should check it out. Mr. T's in a Christian movie called Tribulation. Mr. T, Tribulation, Christian movie. Check it out. How do you think Mr. T, being a masculine Christian that don't want nothing to do with no child, can you imagine Mr. T wanting to be a man that masculine? Let's just say outside Mr. T. Somebody as masculine as Mr. T, can you imagine him wanting to turn around and be with any kind of child, anybody under 18? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? You can't, can you? Can you imagine also that Mr. T would agree with 40 states allowing adult penis to go in children's vagina? You think that Mr. T agree with that? You think Mr. T agree with that? Yeah, I'm showing you now. Kirk Franklin, how do you think Kirk Franklin would feel? All those, basically the youth pastor of youth pastors. He's basically a youth pastor. Basically, that's who the youth love his music more than the older people do. The youth pastor of youth pastors of America, how do you think Kirk Franklin would feel to know that 40 states allow adult penis to go into children's vagina? How do you think Kirk Franklin, the gospel singer, would feel about that? CeCe Winans, the gospel singer also. How do you think beautiful, nice, sweet CeCe Winans would feel about adult penis going into children's vagina in 40 states by law? How do you think she would feel about that? What about Al Pacino? Scarface, the guy that made Scarface. Tony Montana. How do you think Tony Montana would feel, Al Pacino would feel about 40 states allowing adult penis, definitely adult penis, going into children's vagina in 40 states by law, by the American government? How do you think Scarface, Al Pacino feel about that? Robert De Niro, how would Robert De Niro feel about this? 40 states allowing adult penis to go into children's vagina. How you think Robert De Niro would agree with that? Can't you see the shock look on his face? Yeah, that part. Will Smith. How do you think Will Smith will feel about this? The rapper that made Summertime, how do you think he'll feel about this? Knowing adult vagina, knowing adult penis can go into female vagina in 40 states in America. How do you think he would feel about this? How do you think he would feel about this? How do you think Will Smith would feel about this? What about Shaquille O'Neal that's all over these general auto service commercials? How do you think he feel about this? Huh? How do you think Shaquille O'Neal would feel about this? All this craziness going on that he surely sees. How do you think Shaquille O'Neal will feel to know? How do you think he'll feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to go into children's vagina? Now, how do you think he feel about that in 40 states? Do you think he's going to remain a patriot or going to side with the truth? You ask yourself that. Can you imagine somebody the height? Let's do now. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do a video about this because we need to go to physiques about this. We need to go to physiques so I can show you how crazy this is. Because you can have someone that's an adult physique like Shaquille O'Neal. I'm not picking on him at all, but someone that big. Can you imagine someone that big being with somebody that's 16 or 17 years old? Can you imagine somebody, y'all guys know how big Shaq is? Can you imagine somebody being as big as Shaq, messing with, let's just say, the girl doesn't even look 16. Let's say she looks 13. She's scrawny and looks like a little nerd. By law, she can have sex with someone big as Shaquille O'Neal. Can you imagine some girl having sex with a Mike Tyson? 200 something pounds, full of muscles, 16 and 17-year-olds in various different cities, states. They can have sex with Mike Tyson. I'm not saying like Mike Tyson per se. His physique, how brawny he is, how muscular he is. A guy that big, a 16, 17-year-old girl can have sex with him. Where he could basically break in half a guy that physique and similar physique. That's what I'm trying to show you. Now, do you think all your stars will agree with that? No. Ain't nobody selling their soul for that. Ain't that much darkness in the world, buddy. I'm sorry. For all you little sell your soul people, ain't nobody feeling that, bruh. That's the end. That's the end of your society and civilization. You contradicted yourself so much and too much, and meanwhile you was doing a lot of things. This whole time, remind you, how many people you think took advantage of this law? All you stars, how many people you think took advantage of this law? 5? 5 people now. All these years, 40 states allows adult penis to go into children's vagina. How many people you think took advantage of the law? 5 people? Are you that naive? We're going to see who really has IQ here. Everyone says they're smart until the tough questions come out. Until the hard questions come out, everybody's smart. Basically, boom. Everybody's smart until I start telling you it doesn't make sense for 40 states to allow adults to have sex with children and then turn around and complain about pedophilia in your community. Everyone's smart until those questions come out. Everybody got all the answers. You smart as they come, huh? Then I start talking about this, and you just break down to a simpleton. You break into a full-blown simpleton. You just bloom into a simpleton. On your pedals spells out simpleton. Simpleton, S-I-M-P-L. You know the rest. You turn into a full-blown simpleton and bloom. When I start talking about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children, and the door should even be open, which allows the compromise. And then how can you complain about the compromise? How can you complain about people not regulating the compromise that you allowed? How can you complain about it? Huh? That's just like opening the door and saying, be good, pedophiles. Be good in there. Stick to 16 and 17 now.
We did you a favor. We made you a pedophile program which you can have sex with 16 and 17 and still live your fantasy. You can still live your fantasy out. Be good in there. It don't look like they were being good in there. So how many people, man? Let me take a sip of my coffee right quick. I don't think it's warm anymore. So, how many children, how many people you think took advantage of these laws, man? That's what I want to know. 10, after all these years, 10 people said, gee, you know, I think I'm going to take advantage of these laws that allow the age of consent to be under 18. How many people you think did it? It's in the millions. It's in the millions. Yes, it's in the millions. Do the math. As many sex cases as there is as much cases of people taking advantage of these age of consent laws. That's common sense. So go look up all the sexual abuse cases from the 80s, the 90s, and the first decade of the 2000s. Oh, the first two. Let's just do it to the present. From the 1980 to the present, let's see how many sexual cases there are. You see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this, right? You see them numbers? So that tells you that if there's that much sexual abuse, you don't think it's a crowd that's going to take advantage of the age of consent being under the age of 18 in 40 states in America? You don't think there's no crowd that's going to take advantage of that in the 80s, the 90s, in the 2000 for four decades? And in 4 decades, how many people you think they are? You know, there got to be 1 million people that had sex with people under the age of 18, which is adults with children. Over 1 million people, 4 decades, easy. I would say 1 million a decade. You're talking about something that is the law. Again, people are either adults or children, right? We got that established. Boom. Look, we're not looking to other countries. We're looking to be intelligent on our own, aren't we? Aren't we looking to be intelligent on our own? Are you not intelligent on your own? Are you not intelligent on your own? Okay, so we're looking to be a people that can think for ourselves, not to be crippled and not to try to lean and hide behind other countries and what they're doing. We don't do, no, you ain't been doing that. You're quick to say it's better here than anywhere else. Okay, so why it's better here than anywhere else? Don't think about anyone else. Now that you're not thinking about anyone else, let me tell you that 40 states allows adults to have sex with children right here. Why you say it's no better than anywhere else in the world? Right here is the best place. The best place allows 40 states to allow adults to have sex with children. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Think the common sense things. Don't think about nobody else's laws. This is how revolution started. This is how a new system started. What you want to do, instead of thinking of a new way and a new system, you want to go and use other countries for examples. Nah, I don't want you to do that. Think about you. Think about the common sense. Think about what you believe, which is adults with adults, children with children as far as sex goes. Think about that. And think about the common sense, obvious truth that if you open the door to adults having sex with children, you can't regulate that. You as a human being, it's impossible for you to regulate that, and you should be held responsible for opening the door for adults having sex with children. And you can't complain when they're doing it at the ages that you don't like, because you open the door for adults to have sex with children. And in the world, sexually speaking, adults should be with adults and children should be with the children. Ain't nothing you can do about this, because the first thing you want to do is go run to other people. No. You ain't been doing that. You ain't been running and using other countries as examples. You ain't been doing that. Now all of a sudden you want to now talk about the world and how we're the same. But you're quick to tell people when they want to leave this country, it ain't nowhere like America. Ain't nowhere like America, huh? You show to be just as common as everybody else, with adults allowing children to have sex, adults being able to have sex with children in 40 states with children, children are being able to have sex, adults being able to have sex with children in 40 states in America. You show to be yourself common like everyone else. You're common like everyone else. And see, this has been one of the curses on this country. I'm gonna do a video. I'm just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. I want this to be good. I might do a whole teaching on it. How laws curse the country. These are some of the laws that curse the country. All you marijuana smokers, while you high as a kite, how you feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children, man? Adult penis going into children's vagina. How all you weed smokers feel about that? All you alcoholics, how you feel about 40 states allowing adult vagina to jump up and down on top of a boy's penis? How you feel about a big funky woman having sex with a child? How you feel about that? How you feel about that? All you people that snort cocaine, how you feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to have sex with children's vagina? How you feel about that? All you people that pop Percocets, how you feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to have sex with children's vagina? How you feel about that? Why you high right now on Percocets? How you feel about that? That's what I'm saying. It's time for a revolution. It's time for this system to fall. We have been deceived.